Hello, my name is Brady Duval and I'm in set 2D, and this video will be my demo for assignment 2. Let's start off by going to my homepage, and as you can see up here in the URL, I am hosting on Render. Now, if we go to my database into the users table, you can see I currently have 3 users signed up, 2 admins, and 1 user under the user type. If we go to sessions, we can see we have no active sessions and we have no active cookies. So let's try and go to the admin page. As you can see, when I click the admin page, I'm immediately directed to log in. So let's go ahead and log in as a user. When I log in as a user, I'm brought immediately to the members page. If I try and access the admin page, I'm getting a 403 error because I'm not authorized to view this page. So let's go ahead and log out, clear the cookie, and if we go back and check the sessions, you can see I have no active sessions. So let's go ahead and log back in as an admin. Same thing, when I'm logged in as an admin, I'm brought to the members page. However, when I click the admin page, you can see I am brought to the page with the list of all my users and their user types. So let's go ahead and take this user, which is user type user, promote them to an admin. You can see it changes here as an admin. If we go back into my table, you can see their user type was changed to admin. Let's go ahead and demote this admin. When I'm demoted, you can see I immediately lose access to the admin page. And if we go back to the table, you can see their user type is now user. So now if we go to the members page, you can see my responsive grid here of butters. As we get closer and closer to the mobile view, they begin to stack and become a column. So now let's try and go to a page that doesn't exist. You can see when I try to go to a page that does not exist, I am brought immediately to the 404 page. Now, let's go over some of my code. Here is my header.ejs, which is located in my views and templates. You can see here I have my Bootstrap client loaded, my style sheet for some CSS, and the nav bar. I have a logout button that checks to see if the session is valid and will change to the logout button to log in. If we go to my footer, you can see here I have my basic footer for being used across all my pages. If we go to the user.ejs, you can see here I'm using a for each loop to loop over each of the users in the table and display them with buttons in order to promote and demote. If we go to members.ejs, you can see here I'm using my template header. I'm using a for each loop to display all the images and my template for footer. If we go to admin.ejs, you can see here I'm again using the header. I'm using the template for user to display all the users, and I'm using the template for footer. Now, if we go to app.ejs, and if we want to find my authentication and authorization, we have a require login function to check to see if the session is valid. If not, they're redirected to the login. Otherwise, we go next. Same thing here for my require admin function. First, we check to see if it's a valid session. If not, they are redirected to the login. If they are logged in, we check the user collection to see if there's any usernames that are matched with the session. If yes, then we check to see what their user type is. If their user type is not admin, they're redirected to a 403 page. Otherwise, we go next. You can see down here, my members page requires login. My admin page requires login and requires admin. And then we check again for promoting and demoting to require login and require admin. So to the best of my knowledge, I have completed all the requirements for this assignment. Thank you.